Hi viewers, welcome to another edition of Marriage Clinic Live. How are you today? I remain your host, Marlaya. Thank you so much for joining me today on this edition of Marriage Clinic Live. It's been a while. I'm so sorry that I've not been so active of late. Bringing us new videos. I've been preoccupied with some other things, but now I think um, I'm back. Okay, so let's go straight to today's topic. I would like to celebrate all our new joiners, all our returning subscribers. I would like to say thank you to everyone, to all our members on the Facebook community. Thank you so much for always following us. So today I want us to look at a very important topic that has been a bone of contention in some marriages, I mean among couples. Because of what we do at Marriage Clinic, we get a lot of complaints, and part of the ones we got recently was about a couple that one of them complained that, oh, my spouse doesn't like sex. She tries as much as possible to avoid it. She doesn't like sex. Some say, oh, she doesn't like to have sex during the day, it's only at night. Another one say, oh, she doesn't even want sex at all, she will be dictating when she wants it. Then some other one sent some other questions as, oh, ma, I'm always the one asking for sex, he doesn't even make move, or I'm only the one asking for sex, she doesn't make move. So today I want us to discuss 10 mistakes 10 mistakes couples make in the bedroom that makes the other party tries to avoid sex. Now, 10 mistakes couples make in the bedroom. And I believe that with this discussion, many of those questions will be resolved, because we want those questions to be resolved. And I know that some other people will also learn something new from this. By the grace of God, sex and money has never been an issue for us, in our own union, and I always thank God for that. And I want to believe that part of the things I'll be sharing today will be helpful for some other couples as well, and it will go a long way in helping to improve your intimacy with your spouse. Now, those 10 mistakes that couples make in the bedroom are things that some of us, we may even know of them, but we don't pay attention to them. Now, the first mistake we make is that many of us don't even understand what the meaning of sex is, or what sex means. Now, sex, S in the sex stands for sharing. X in the sex stands for sharing. And the EX stands for experience. So sex simply means sharing experience. You are sharing experience with the other person. You are sharing your body with the other person. You are sharing emotion with the other person. You are sharing the other person. So you are sharing experience. So if you understand that sex is sharing experience, then you would know that it's not a one-man show or a one-woman show. It's not something that should be, oh, someone is giving and the other person is receiving. If you are sharing experience, then it means that both of you are actively participating in that experience. Both of you are actively participating. It's not that, oh, one person is just lying down there and the other one is not so active. It shouldn't be like that. Both of you should be in charge of that experience, because you are bringing your experience, the other party too is bringing his or her own experience, and both of you are coming together to share experience, to share intimacy. And that is what will bring about fulfillment. It will be fulfilling when both are active during the act. But when one is dormant and the other one is the only one active, I tell you, it will be boring. And when it's boring, when it's not interesting, the one that finds it not interesting would obviously be avoiding, intercourse, will be evading intercourse, and before you know it, it will be a case of, oh, my husband doesn't like to have sex, my wife doesn't like to have sex. Now those things don't just happen overnight. Something must have led to it. It's a build up of so many things that you have neglected to pay attention to over time. Now, another second mistake is lack of communication. Lack of communication or expressing yourself during the act. During the act and after the act. Now, I'm not saying you should talk too much during the act, but I tell you, some people believe that, the time for sex is the time for a closed mouth, that you cannot talk while you're having sex. That is very wrong. See, you have to talk, you have to communicate. Even from the time of foreplay, communication should have started before, the intimacy itself. Communication should have started. If he's touching you in the right places, you need to let him know. It could be from the way you mourn, or from the way you express yourself, or from the things you say, like, oh, naughty, or you must let him know that, oh, he's doing well. And if she is equally fondling with you and all of that, you need to let her also know that she's touching or striking the right places. That is even during foreplay, before you even get into the main thing. Now, when you now get into the main thing, the communication should also continue during. Because if you don't communicate during the act, there is no way the other party, because they are human beings, there is no way they can read your mind and know what your experiences are with them. They will not know, if they are eating the right place, if they are satisfying you, if you are deriving pleasure from the heart. They will not know unless you are telling them. Now, another thing is, if you are feeling uncomfortable with the position and you are not communicating with them, say, oh, this position is making me feel pain, let's say on my legs, on my knees, oh, my arm, and all of that. If you are not communicating it, they will not know that you are pain or anywhere is hurting you. So it is when you talk that the other party will know. You can't just assume that you should know now, she should know now. It does not work like that. They cannot know. You are the one that will talk and will say, hey, my dear, darling, sweetheart, baby, this one is doing me like this. I am not feeling right. This one is doing me like that. You have to do what? You have to communicate. That is why we have a mouth. The mouth is not for you to use it only, when you are outside the bedroom. During intimacy, you need to also use the mouth. And you need to use it well. Use it to express yourself. Use it to communicate how you feel. Use it to communicate what you want them to do more to make you gain the maximum satisfaction. Use it to tell them what they are doing wrongly that you feel they need to adjust on. If you feel your positioning is not right, use your mouth to say, oh, let's try this other position. So you must learn to talk. The fact that you are doing an act does not mean you should suspend your mouth, or you shouldn't, or you have to talk. That is one of the best ways to have sex. Communication must be involved. That is when you will find it fulfilling. But if you are not communicating, if you are not telling him how you are finding it pleasurable, or he is equally not telling the woman how he is finding it, how you are finding it pleasurable when your wife touches you as well, she won't be encouraged to explore and to do more. And that's why communication is a very vital tool during intimacy. You cannot throw it away. You cannot say, oh, we just want to have this sex and just get over it. No, you have to also communicate about it. Now, the third point is exploring each other's body. Now, there are some people that, to them, the only sexual organ they want to explore, they want to fondle with, let's say for the woman, the husband only wants to, touch maybe the breast and maybe the V area. But for the woman, the only organ she knows in the man's body that she can touch or explore is just the PP and maybe the ball. Meanwhile, there is so much more beyond just that. The sexual organs or the sexual garment that you can explore, that you can fondle with, that you can rub, you can touch beyond just those areas. Because see, let me tell you something. When someone does not find sex therapeutic, like if they feel that, oh, they are not getting any form of therapy by having sex with you, if they feel they are not relieving stress by having sex with you, I tell you, they will always want to run away. They will not want to have it with you another time. Why? Because they are even associating pain, stress, inconvenience to it in their brain or in their mind. But if someone knows that, this is my wife, when I have sex with her, I get relief, my stress goes away, I feel better and all of that, they will always want to have sex with you. And part of the way through which you can achieve that is to explore and touch every other part of the body. Like your man, your husband, he has chest, he may even have little breast. You may want to fondle with it. You may touch his body, his arm, his neck, his head, pamper his head for him, kiss, touch his legs, his hips. The same thing I'm sorry I'm sounding this way, because some people may be thinking, oh, she's no longer spiritual, but I'm telling you the things that will help you in your marriage. This is not about being spiritual now, but I'm telling you the truth that will help you in your marriage. Now, you as a woman, you cannot just stay there like a log of wood. You need to touch your husband's body as well, as in let him feel as if someone is massaging him, in the course of you guys having intimacy or intercourse. Touch, even don't think that you are the only one that has bum bum. He also has bum bum. You may want to also touch that, fondle with that, play with every other part of his body. Explore every other part of his body. Don't just concentrate on the PP alone or his ball. No, you have to learn to do more. By the time you are doing this, the man will, he will always want to yearn more for that experience with you. But when he finds it dry, that is when you'll be hearing things like side chicks, he's looking outside, he's chasing other women. See, there is a way that you will capture his heart. There's a way you will do this thing that you will capture his heart, that he can't comprehend, he can't fathom having a sexual experience with any other person but you. Why? Because you give it to him in such an overdose manner that he himself, it takes him days to recover from just that one sexual encounter with you. So you yourself, you need to know that, this thing, you need to see it beyond, oh, this is work or is, hard labor. You need to make it, pleasurable. You need to make it something interesting. And part of the ways you can make it interesting, that it won't be monotonous or boring, is for you to explore each other's body. Explore your man's body. Don't wait for only him to be the one to explore your body. You too, as the woman, explore his own body as well. And the man as well, you need to explore your wife's body. Don't concentrate on just, the boobs and the V area alone. No, you need to explore every other part of her body, her face, her hair. At times you may need to touch it, her neck, her back, her. At times you may want to start your foreplay or your whatever it is you want to do before they say. You may even have to start it from the bathroom. You may want to bathe each other, you may want to massage each other's body before you now move into the main thing. Now, all those things, they help because your spouse will now see you as their playmate. There is nothing you guys are hiding from each other. There is nothing you feel shy about, because it's just you and him, and you can do whatever you like with each other's body, so long you are in marriage. I'm talking to couples now. So exploring each other's body is very important. if it's possible, bait for your wife. If it's possible, you the wife take turn, bait for your husband, bait for each other, rub each other's body, massage, do all that you can do, very well. Let them feel like they are loved, they are being pampered. The same way you, the woman, feel you are a baby, that's the same way your husband should also feel like a baby. When you are with him, he should also feel pampered. That is the honest truth. So that another mistake couples make, because they feel that the only area they should focus on is just the sexual garment. When you explore and focus more on the other areas, you find out that you find more fulfillment in intimacy than just focusing on the sexual garment alone. Now, another mistake we make is hygiene. Some people assume that well, after going on a long day's job, they can just come back, not have their breath or not clean up, and they expect that their wife or their husband will just embrace them like that. See, there are some people that they are particular about hygiene, they are particular about you bathing, looking fresh before intercourse. Now, if you are looking sweaty already, you are turning them off. Like, they are being turned off already. They are switching off in their mind, like, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. She's not even looking fresh. She's not even looking fresh. You have to look fresh. You have to, you have to smell nice. You have to bathe if possible when you come back from a hard day's job, or when it is sunny day and you come back, you bathe. When you bathe, you will find out that your spouse will be naturally attracted to you. When you look fresh, you look refreshed, and you smell nice, they will naturally be attracted to you. But when you are looking sweaty, oily, everything, they will just shut down in their mind. So that's another mistake couples make. And even when your partner is telling you, oh, try and bathe, you'll be arguing and all of that. And another thing is shaving. Make sure you shave, make sure you are clean. Now, I need to move faster now because of time. Now, another mistake couples make is that they don't talk about the position. They don't talk about the position. Now, there are different positions that you can take during intercourse, but I hear some people complain when they send those issues. I hear some people complain about, oh, leg is paining me, knee is paining me, back is paining me, that's why I'm avoiding sex. Now, I want you to know that any position you take that is causing you pain, then that position is not good for you. It's not a position that you want to embrace, or it's possible that it may even be a good position for you, but you are not doing it right. Now, for example, someone said, oh, my husband likes to do only doggy and no other style, and that it pains her on the knee. Now, for you to do that without feeling pain, you could get a chair. There's nothing that says that it must be on the bed you will have sex. You can get a chair without harm. Both of you can sit on it. He can sit on it, you can sit on his lap and do whatever you want to do. See, you can even stand. You can even stand and just bend over a bit, and you guys can do what you want to do. You can face him and sit. You guys can take position maybe around your bedroom. That's why you need to have chair, comfortable table, maybe a comfortable couch, the type that you can easily sit on or flip over and all of that. So when you have that, then you will not be insisting that it has to be that bed experience or that bed position. It's also important to use the bed at times, where I'm saying that when you notice you are feeling pains in your hip, in your leg, in some areas, then you want to try some other position or some other things. Then another mistake some people make is that they believe that, oh, when you start out with one position, you have to maintain that position throughout the intimacy time, that you must maintain just that one position. You cannot switch, you cannot change. It shouldn't be. You should be flexible. Now, if this position is what you start. If you started out with missionary, you might want to change at the middle of it, to something else, to maybe, is it cowboy they call it, or cow leg, or doggy. You just want to switch or change position, and make sure that whatever position you are going to adopt will be the one that your spouse likes, or that gives them pleasure, because the whole essence is for both of you, to have pleasure through this experience and find it fulfilling. So you must know the position that gives them maybe the maximum satisfaction. And that's why you guys must be willing to switch. Position in the midst of it. Now, I'm not now saying, oh, you should switch positions several times. You can do 2-3 positions, in one experience. But don't say, oh, if we started out with missionary, then it has to be that missionary all through till we end the experience. That way, I'm telling you, one person may end up not being satisfied. So you want to understand the position your spouse likes, and you want to take that position. Now, another mistake couples make is that some believe that, some assume that don't let me forget this one, because this one is very important. Another mistake couples make is that the man, because men, they come quickly, and because you come quickly, you believe that, oh, once you feel hard there, you should just go in and you come. You need to have your wife in mind. As a matter of fact, you should let her come first. You should try as much as possible to hold on and let your wife come first. Now, when your wife comes, then you can now take your position to come. But if she has not come and you have come, I tell you, she's going to get dejected, discouraged, and she'll be like, please, I don't think I want to have this thing. This thing doesn't pay me, he's the only one enjoying it, and you don't want that. So it's always advisable that you, the man, you come first. Do all that lies within your power to hold it. Let her come first. Focus on her as well. Let her come first. So when she comes, when she reaches orgasm first, then you can go next. Now, that doesn't now mean that accidentally you can't come first. Now, if that happens accidentally, then the woman should just take it like, okay, maybe he was stressed that day, and you can always make it up another time. He can always make it up to you another time. But you, as a man, don't make it an habit of always coming first without your wife coming. You must make sure she comes first, and when she comes, then you can come after. Now, another mistake you make in the bedroom, couples make in the bedroom, is that some of you, in the process of maybe out of excitement, like, oh, sex, out of excitement, you now become rough with the other party in such a way that when you meet with them, they feel hot, they are hurting, maybe they are feeling sore in their nipple, or they are feeling sore in the V area. Why? Because you were rough. Now, when that happens, I tell you, your partner will get discouraged, and they will want to be avoiding sex with you, because their brain has already associated that sexual experience with pain, with soreness, with hurt. And if that happens, I tell you, they will be running away. They will detest wanting to have sex. So make sure you are gentle. Make sure it's not hurting them. Make sure you are just, I'm not saying you should be slow or you should be soft. You have to be firm. It depends on what your spouse likes. If she likes it hot, give it to her hot. If she likes it gentle, give it to her gentle. But if she's the type that she's gentle, and while you are being rough, then she will want to run away. She will look for every excuse. That's when she say, oh, I'm having a headache, my leg is paining me, my neck is paining me, and she will give excuse not to have it. So you need to understand the partner you marry, and try as much as possible to ensure that you are not creating discomfort while having intercourse with them. And lastly, I want to say that both of you should let each other know when you also reach orgasm, because some people, they may not, they may not say it, or I know that at times it's easier to know. It's easy to know when your partner reaches orgasm because you will hear some sounds and all of that. But for some people that don't pay so much attention, you may need to let your partner know, so that that will help them to know, okay, what next to do. So like I said, communication is very, very important. And please, there is no specific time for you to have sex. For those women that are dictating, that have turned themselves to a dictator, in their marriages, and telling their husband, I can only have sex at night, I cannot have sex in the afternoon, in the morning, or during the day. You have to change your ways, because see, the honest truth is that some of us, we use our hand to call trouble to ourselves. Because when you start denying the man sex and telling him, giving him timetable, giving him condition, oh, I cannot have sex with you until this 12 midnight, then that is when the devil will enter. And the man will now start looking for how to help himself. Same with the woman. So please, no timetable. Is when both of you are available, that and you are up to it, that you should go for it. If it's in the morning, you can do. If it's in the afternoon, you can do. If it's in the night, you can do. Then for those asking, I'm the only one asking for sex, she doesn't ask me for sex, or he doesn't ask me for sex. For those asking all of that, please, so long whenever you approach him for sex, or whenever you go to him for he doesn't turn you down, then I would say it doesn't matter. Even though it's very important for a woman to feel wanted, to feel desire. So the man, you have to keep chasing her. You need to keep going after your wife. Let her feel wanted, let her feel desired, let her feel like, oh, you still want her by all means. So please, one person alone should not be asking for sex. The other party too should also approach the other spouse for sex. It shouldn't be just one person asking for sex all the time. Both of you, in fact, during the day, that is why sexual intercourse should actually start during the day. While you guys are walking around the house, you can start touching, smacking, start giving them signs that something must happen this night, or something must happen this evening. Whenever you guys have time, you want to start the touching, helping out. Make sure your spouse is not stressed. When they are stressed, be willing to give massages, be willing to rub their bodies, their back for them, their legs, whatever will make them comfortable. Be willing to do it. Now, when you do all of this, I tell you, there is no way the woman will associate pain with sex, or the man will associate boringness or boredom with sex. When the man is not associating boredom with sexual encounters with you, and the woman is not associating pain with sexual encounters with her husband, I tell you, both of you, will be good, and you will always look forward to that sexual intimacy time, or that sexual experience time. And before you know it, sex will not be an issue. Make sure sex is not an issue in your marriage, and just make sure that it's a fulfilling experience for both of you. Remember, I said sex means sharing experience. So both of you must be actively involved, and don't use sex as a tool of punishment for your spouse. It's not good. Don't use sex as a tool of punishment. Even if you are angry with them, while you are having that intercourse, sit on it and have a conversation with them. Baby, my love, this thing you are doing, I don't like it. Let them know. And I tell you, they will listen more to you in that position, more than you making everything look like you are fighting, or you are on a war path with them. I would like to stop here now for time. I hope we have learned a lot. Please, we resume back fully. I remain your host, Mola Hano Oputi. Please help to share this video. Give us a like, give us a comment. If you have learned something, let us know your thought in the comment section. Till we meet again, I say bye bye.